Hello, my movers and shakers. Today I want to share with you 25 skills that you need to survive in this fourth industrial revolution times. These skills are utilized by high performers and people are transforming their lives. And I guarantee you, your life will be transformed if you implement these 25 skills. Let's go to my slide deck. Right, welcome here. You know, I teach this program for 6 months, and I want to move quickly through it in 10 minutes. So the first thing that you need is the skill to develop your own, and that falls in the me category. The second one is the skill to leverage the competency of your team. Remember, you can't do it alone. You need other people. The third skill you need is the skill to nurture those good ideas so that you can make impact. That's work. Then the fourth skill is the skill to become competitive globally. And that's the skill you use to develop a company. So I've broken it into these 4 categories. And in the middle is where your sweet spot is, where those areas intersect. I think you've seen my other videos where I talk about the sweet spot. So my program, or the model, I call me, develop me. We, leverage the team. Work, nurture ideas. Wealth, build a competitive enterprise. Right? So the first program is finding your sweet spot, we. Second program, becoming a high impact leader in the fourth industrial revolution. Pish, will my idea fly? This is where you work to take ideas out. Pish, I'm building a sustainable enterprise. Remember, in the fourth industrial revolution, people are not going to be hiring people. The jobs will be done by machines. So we'll contract people for skills that we do not have. So it's like going down on your knees and hit me, I develop. Legs, I work with other people. Work, I nurture ideas and find the ideas that will win. Wealth, I build a sustainable enterprise. Let's go like this and win. So when you talk about finding your sweet spot, the first skill you need is the skill to love. You must love and love and love. There's no justified resentment. If you hate, then you block the flow of energy and nothing happens. And to love, you need to learn to forgive. That's what Mother Teresa says. You need to nurture your mind. Your mind will fly in different directions because there's too much information everywhere. You need to meditate. You need to visualize. You need to tap into your subconscious mind and nurture good ideas. You need to find the work you are born to do. That definitiveness of purpose and focus on making impact to other people. If you make a difference to other people, then you're starting to win. You need to nurture yourself as a brand. A brand has values. What are the values that are core to you that you're not willing to compromise? What differentiates you from other people doing the same thing? You need to embrace financial wealth principles. You need to attract money. There are principles that you need to implement to attract money and have it. It's not how much money you earn. It's whether you implement principles to grow the money that you have. You need to embrace pain because pain comes to wake you up so that you can tap into your sweet spot. Pain comes all the time. And when you learn to work with pain, you grow as a person. Then you need to take a stand. So pain hits you. You then work on yourself, then you reorient yourself, you move on. So this is what we teach, and this is what you need to learn to find your sweet spot. Second program is where you learn to become a high impact leader in the fourth industrial revolution. First, you need to understand what are the technological revolutions out there and how are they impacting you and your business. Don't pretend like you are not a technology person and you don't care. Technology is upon us and you need to understand and use it to your advantage. At the same time, you need to embrace constant spiritual laws. Law of attraction, law of surrender, law of synchronicity. Those laws stood the test of time and are there. And as a leader, you balance the paradox, the changing world because of technology and the constant world. You need to be able to implement or understand the fundamentals of leadership. There are things that you do, there are things that you don't do, there are gray areas. And leadership and management are not the same thing, but they complement each other. You need to be able to vision. Develop a vision for your team. Where are you taking your team to? Your vision. And you guide the team towards a shared vision. You need to have the skill to lead. It takes courage to lead. It is not easy. You put your head on the block. You need to have the skills to sell, to market yourself, to market your company. And that skill is critical. You need to have the skills to nurture, coach other people, encourage other people, and make sure that the team works together as a unit. You need to have the skills to reflect the burden of leadership. Leadership is tough. It will weigh you down. So from time to time, you need to retreat, reflect, and then emerge. So that's what you need to learn to become a high impact leader. We're moving fast. Then you talk about, will your idea fly? Creative ideation is the first thing. This is where you assess all the ideas you have and then you select low-hanging fruits, ideas that are easy to implement. It's a skill, it's a process that you need to learn. You need to understand intellectual property. Ideas are currency. If you have ideas, some of them you can protect them and make money out of them. Some of them, they are not protectable. So you need to understand different ways to patent, how do you patent, and so forth. You need to understand how to do market research. You need to engage with your market, get feedback from them, refine your product, keep refining until you come with a product that has a market need. You need to have the skills to develop your product. Product development goes through different stages until you have a final product. So you need to understand where you are within that product development value chain. You need to have skills to understand regulatory compliance. Whatever sector you are in, there are regulations out there that you need to adhere to. And if you don't, your product will not be approved. We're moving on. We're going to number 4. Skills to develop a sustainable enterprise. This is the world. You are now competing in a global space. Your organization go through different life cycles. You need to know where you are in the organization life cycle, because every stage requires different tactics. There might be a stage where you are not the CEO, somebody comes on. There might be times where you bring different complementary people, but you need to be able to assess where the organization is by understanding the process of organizational life cycle. Business model, there are about 10 to 15 different types of business models. What is your business model? You need to develop it. You can use the business canvas model to unpack your business. You need to understand marketing, developing logo, brochure, branding materials, going out there, engaging. And once you have money, have a system to track money. You need to have a proper financial system so that you can pay the right amount of tax. You need to understand strategic planning. We're thinking 5, 10 years down the line. Most entrepreneurs make a mistake of being hand to mouth. Hand to mouth. They go get a deal. They eat. Go get a deal. They don't know where they will be 5, 10 years from now. So you need to have somebody who works with you, who helps you with the vision, with the mission, with those objectives and targets and a long-term plan. Finally, you need to have the skills to implement change. When the company is on and going, outside change is happening, the company needs to adapt to meet the needs outside. If you don't, you die. But change is difficult because you need to restructure, you need to take things apart, you need to close certain units, you need to acquire new competencies, you need to buy new products. It's complex, but you need to know. Hey, I moved so fast. These are the 25 things you need. And at the heart of it is you finding your sweet spot. Because if you do the center part well, the other part is easy to do. If you don't understand the core, if you don't find your sweet spot, the other stuff becomes a little bit difficult. But I'm going to unpack this model and I'm going to bring you lots of information. So remember to subscribe to the channel to receive more information. But also share this with other people so that they too can benefit. But me and you, let's continue inspiring greatness till we meet again.